we've got the computer sorted. That's plugged in with Easy Worship, and it just started up. So there's no login or any codes or anything. So computer's all good to go.
Plug in
Yep.
Yep.
So, goes from the computer to the wall panel.
Right.
So in the wall panel there is exactly one place that it can go, and it goes in the one place that it can go.
It's going to be famous. We can upload this video on YouTube and get thousands of hits. Steve can be famous.
Okay, and in the computer also there should be exactly one place that it can go. It is into computer. Now, I'd normally suggest that you start up Easy Worship after that's plugged in and turned on, because otherwise it doesn't know that the other screen is there.
Yep.
Okay, so we need to turn the screens on. So, that happens on the wall panel. Unless you've got the app on your iPad.
We might get it.
Okay.
If we free and we can.
So on your iPad, there's an app called RTI Panel, which you can get for nothing, and it is exactly the same as that.
Okay.
So you can do either. So if we just touch the screen to start, and it says turn system on, we confirm. This panel is not that great. Okay, then it says choose system mode, and this is important, concert mode. Okay. And that will take a little while to sort itself out, and then it should give us a screen to turn on the TV panels. Okay, so we can turn the screen power on, and we want the front input. At this stage, the TV should come on. So the TV has come on. This is good.
Yes, if it
This is
doesn't,
very good.
this is when we
If it doesn't, we go.
because we don't know.
Okay, so now, in theory, it should be waiting for input from the computer.
Okay, so it'll start with Easy Worship again.
Oh no, it's definitely working. Okay, so that's good. Now we feel
So there's none of this screen mirroring. We shouldn't have to fiddle with any of
the
that.
computer should be set up to mirror.
Yeah.
If it's not, then you have to find
Yeah,
mirroring.
we could turn it on. Yeah. I have just recently.
Sorry, not mirroring. You need the extended screen. Yeah.
I've just gone over to a PC myself, so I was getting slightly better at actually using the PC
Okay.
again.
So that's it for the computer.
Yep, so that's.
That looks like it's going to work.
Yep.
There should be nothing more to worry about.
Yep.
The only other thing we need now is to turn on all the other things in the rack,
Yep.
which is here. Yes, very exciting. So can I just encourage you to be able to do it yourself? So if you open up the rack, open the rack, press the thing, pull it out, that's it. Okay, now we start from the top and we turn everything on. So if you turn on the mixer to start with, yeah. And then you turn on the two wireless receivers, that one, that one. Okay, and then you turn on the 3 amps down the bottom. Excellent. Now everything is turned on and is ready to go, except we'll need batteries. So these are for the wireless mics. So this is for the lead singer's microphone and for the preacher. And when you're finished at the end of the service, if you can chuck them back in there, that would be great. They've been recharging during the week, so they are good to go. And that's it. So that's. Well, the only other thing is make sure the USB stick is in there. Otherwise, we can't record the sermon, and we get upset. Okay, so this is the.
Presumably you do this after you.
So after you've done everything else, yeah, you just press the X32 Mix app, which says X32 Mix, and that should come up with this. And if it doesn't connect automatically, you press the setup button and press connect.
Yep.
And then it's talking to the mixer in there and controlling it. Now the main thing that you need to know is if you press this, it takes you back to the home screen. The X in the top corner takes you back to the home screen, and that's got all of the singers and the musicians are on the next page. So these are different pages of things. So there's the bass player, keyboard, guitar. I'll plug these in a second. Now singers are there. Okay, so basically these should be, if I get this set up properly, and leave it set up properly. So if we go to scenes, there is a thing which is our default scene, and if we drag that, don't mind me. Someone left. Okay, let me just set that up properly so the default is doing what it should. So this is another trap for young players. Is for no reason that I can understand, the lead microphone, if it's not turned on, but you open the channel, it gives you that horrible noise. If it is turned on, there's no problem. It's just one of those weird RF things, but if it's turned on, it can be muted, but as long as it's turned on, then that horrible noise goes away. Now it's fine. It just... Yeah, you don't need to know why, but anyway, it's annoying. I don't know what you prefer. But once you've got the batteries in it, there's no problem. So if you hear that horrible noise, it's because of the lead microphone. It just doesn't agree with the preaching wireless receiver, and the two of them are upset with each other. Anyway, so now we should be good to go, basically. Yeah. Now it's just a question of turning up and down levels of anybody who...
And so you just generally, during the service, you're turning mics on and off as people are going to different...
So the turning mics on and off is just pressing the mute button.
Okay, mute
bottom is
on
pretty
and off,
yep.
got that, Chris? Yep. So everything's like off if it's not in use, like you turn all the stage ones off if
you don't normally need to.
Yep.
It's
So they
good
can
practice to do that, but we don't normally, because then it's just more
turn
hassle.
back on again. Yep, but they're not going to...
They shouldn't feed back. If you find that that's an issue, then you can turn them off, but it shouldn't be. Pretty much all the levels of everything is roughly right.
Yep.
He says. We'll see.
Yeah, alright. So we shouldn't have to play too much with levels because they're...
But, you know, the whole point of this is to be able to play with levels.
Yeah, yep.
So if you like more or less of things, that's what you do.
Yep.
You don't think twice about it, you just do it.
Yep. And I guess the other issue would be things like videos and all that stuff. But
Videos?
we might have to...
Okay, we haven't plugged those in from here.
Yeah.
So for videos, we just need to make sure the computer has got its sound
So normally you don't need the
thing plugged in.
little dongle for internet. Do we?
We do.
Okay, we do. Alright. So we need that for...
We shouldn't need the internet except for uploading sermon.
Oh, okay. So we need this for upload.
So if we plug in the... we have the iPod one, but it doesn't matter, they're exactly identical. We just plug this...
Another question we had, so...
I'll plug it into the computer one.
Just don't confuse us.
Just so that we
simple.
know how it's supposed to be. Plug the computer into the computer one, and plug that into the wall where it says PC. It says PC there. That's now plugged in. So anything that the computer plays will come out of there. There's the iPod one if you want to plug an iPod in, but probably don't need to just at the moment. It just allows us to plug a computer's output into the PA. That's all it does. basically converts one of those into one of these. Doesn't do anything else. It's not very fancy. It's a very large box and a very small task.
And all the other things you just leave.
Yeah.
So you saw the cables for
Thankfully,
that, Chris?
none of them will actually, even if you fiddle with them, they won't actually do anything bad.
So
In
Chris,
theory, they might make a
maybe,
little bit quiet, that's all.
so I'm AV today, so Chris, maybe if you and Keith can sit with Steve during this, you're on mics and stuff today, are you?
I'm actually drumming today,
Oh, okay, okay, so you won't be doing it.
but yeah, I
we
mean, I
can-
normally don't do much during the service anyway. I mean, if I've got nothing to do, I'll fiddle with it, but
So just, yeah, if we can maybe sit beside you and just,
Yeah.
see what you're doing with mics on and off and
yeah,
stuff, that would
sure.
be useful
There's
today.
very little, but
Yep, that's what you say.
I just need to set up.
Yeah, no worries. Alright, so that's in...
So this is in the leader and preacher box, and all you need to do is to open the battery compartment. It's got two little doohickeys on the side to press,
Okay.
and put the batteries in. Close that. Oh, wait a minute, and then press on. So press on and off. He says confidently. Press it until it starts. There we go. Okay. Now note that there is a mute button on the top. If you have it turned on, it's muted. This I do not recommend. That's what screwed me up last week. I was going, why would it work? Yes, leave that off and just mute it on the iPad. So that you can control easily from here. Otherwise they have to faff around with their bells. So if you just leave it muted here until the sermon, those batteries will last easily for the whole morning, so you can just leave it on. It'll be fine.
It's just turning on. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes that happens.